Greetings, this is Lawrence Duran Gomez, aka Salvatore Morocco, aka whatever other kind of obnoxious stuff I come up with. Just wanted to give everyone a little update on myself. I've been absent the Tavern Talk 716 podcast for several weeks. I did test positive for COVID-19. It's no joke, it sucks. I'm feeling much better now. I've survived, I'm alive. That's pretty much it going on in my camp. I am quarantined and hoping to eventually test negative so I can venture out into the world. I definitely watched almost every movie on my movie watching list that I haven't seen to this point. Starting shows that I've enjoyed in the past now. So definitely running out of entertainment material. Cracking down on writing some of my rock opera and projects around the house. Definitely not too exciting. Yeah, that's an update on me. I hope everyone is doing well and enjoy the rest of Tavern Talk 716 with Keith White Jr. and I'm assuming Joe with a Z. Thank you.
Hey, welcome to Tavern Talk 716. I, by myself, am international best-selling children's author Keith White Jr., and with me is
Joe from Buffalo.
Joe from Buffalo, who is currently quarantining in Buffalo, New York, and can't be with us live. But I just want to do this for you here, Joe. Let's just set the mood for tonight's show.
Ooh, fancy.
Boom. All right, I'm here. I'm in my PJs at my palatial estate as we record this show, and you are in the Tavern Talk new studio
Sure.
that you have set up there.
Sure. This is like the one little corner of my house that I'm allowed to decorate. So I got my my custom-made Ninja Turtle poster. Then I have,
yeah, okay. You made that poster?
Those two paintings are made by Vintango. I like his Robot Zone. It's
Vintango Torres?
No, Vintango. Just a local artist.
I got excited for a second there.
We actually mentioned him. He's the same guy that does a lot of critics. So we mentioned him the other week. And then last but not
least, yeah.
It gets a little dark because there's not great lighting. But that is actually a Bond villain on a vinyl. And so the artist called him, it doesn't really translate into speaking, but it's like the Bond vinylins. So villains on vinyl. So yeah, it's a neat, and that's the one from Casino Royale where the guy had the tear of blood.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's very nice. I like the studio you got going on. I see you got Baby Yoda. He's very popular.
Yep.
And then the other one is video games. So you got like the Nerd Central going up. I thought we were doing like a romantic thing. I think I set up completely wrong.
I don't have there's not really any romantic places in my house because four kids.
I got my giant Buffalo Bills body pillow here. I'm wearing my Captain America pajamas. I've got the fire burning.
And hotter than that.
And you got the Baby Yoda and the PlayStation blanket.
Heck yeah.
Darn it.
Yeah.
I screwed up. I thought we were doing romance, but I guess not. So this is a very different show than the usual.
Yeah.
Normally we would be together somewhere in a store or a restaurant, but as of right now, Erie County is in the orange. So that means no going anywhere or doing anything. And also, you are currently quarantining.
Yeah, my son's friend got corona like 2 weeks ago, or no, a week ago, and like with the time frame, it's just a little risky for us to even be around anyone. So we're taking the 2 week precaution. My wife's finally got a hold of my son's doctor, and he said we should be fine, but it is better to try to avoid people as much as possible.
So you're just safety quarantining more than
Yeah.
you're not sick.
Yeah.
You're not sick like Duran.
No.
Sick in the head.
We should do a little video chat with him just to see if he still has symptoms or how bad.
Maybe we'll get him on next week's show. It's a little late now. We didn't set that up ahead of time.
Yeah.
I actually asked him to record a little message for us to put into the show. I have no idea if he'll do that in time for the show to go up, so you may see that in the show, you may not.
Yeah.
Knowing Duran, he'll give it to me, 2 weeks after he's back on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And be, I know I've been on the show, back on the show for a month, but here's that message when I was sick. And it'll be obvious that he recorded it 5 minutes before he got wherever we were. We'll be wearing the same clothes. He'll be standing outside of the place that we're going in. I'm sick. It's currently November. And it's like next year sometime.
Yeah.
That Duran. So what are your thoughts on the orange, or level orange?
I just think it's crazy how people are like trying to politicize it. Like
they really are.
It's really smart that like our state government has like set up some, well, we're just going to make it like a numbers situation, and if you have this percentage of cases per, for your little area, then we're going to start shutting things down to try to prevent things from spreading as fast. And people are like, oh, everything's shutting down because of Cuomo. And it's like, well, Cuomo's our governor, for people that don't know. But it's not shutting down because of Cuomo. It's shutting down because people are getting sick and dying,
Right. Well, yeah, people getting sick. You don't want everybody getting sick, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Agree or don't agree, he's making decisions that he feels are in the best interest of the people. Whether you agree with him or not agree with him, I'm not going to get into whether he's right or wrong, but he's doing what he thinks is best.
Yeah.
And no matter what decision he makes, it's the wrong decision. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
It could be like, the complete opposite end of the spectrum in Florida. The governor's like, oh no, don't put a mask on, don't stop going places. I was just heard on the news, they said that businesses they can't go under 50% capacity. It's 50% or above he wants. He doesn't want anybody putting any signs up for under 50% capacity that he's going to be mad about. So it's either 50% up to 100. And he said that he's hoping that the Super Bowl is going to be 100% capacity, fill that stadium. He's the complete opposite. So all the people Cuomo is making mad then are going to be happy with that governor, and all the people he's making mad will be happy with Cuomo. You don't win. The people in power, they can't win no matter what decision they make. They're wrong to somebody.
Yep.
So, at least he's worried about people, the best interest of people. So
it's true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
And now with the show being at your house, Joe, to switch gears away from politics, you got any fun stuff because you're right at your house? That's where all your fun stuff is.
I do.
You're looking around like you don't.
My new favorite addition.
Anything romantic?
Well,
whoa, hey!
Kind of romantic.
That's an actual animation cell from the 1980s Ninja Turtle cartoon, and I'll bet the guy that gave that to you is extremely smart and handsome, if I do say so myself.
Probably even smarter than handsome or than the guy that gave it to him, which is a fun story.
Definitely smarter and handsomer than the guy that gave it to him, for sure. But now that I said that, I'm not going to tell the story because I don't want to be a jerk to that particular person. So, but that is an actual animation cell from the old 80s Ninja Turtle cartoon.
Yeah.
That I've had for
20 years.
20 years, yeah.
Yeah.
The back of my head's getting a little warm from this fire, so that means that soon I'm gonna have to turn it up. But so that's an actual animation cell. It's pretty excellent, and I probably could have found somewhere to put it at the new house, but I figured it would have a better home with you as you are a Ninja Turtle freak.
I was gonna rework this wall a little bit so I could put it in there, and I was gonna actually hang it right here. I was gonna take that down and hang it, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna show right, and I figured I'd just show it for the show.
So instead, you were like, "Nah, screw that. I'm not gonna put that up where he can see it." Thanks a lot, jerk.
That's what I am.
So I got something too. I got something.
Ooh.
It's the Duke.
Oh, the Duke.
I got the Duke. So I figured you always have fun stuff, and now that I'm here in the house, in the palatial estate, with my own fireplace, I could have something on the show as well. And if anybody follows me on Twitter at Keith White Jr., it'll be on the screen somewhere. I'm not real sure how this is going to be set up on the in the video feed. So somewhere on the screen here will be my Twitter handle. I had tweeted out recently that after all these years, I finally got a Duke controller. I've never owned one of these before. I always had the Type S controller.
Yeah.
So I got one of these, and so I've been playing the old Xbox again to get some use out of the old Duke. I gotta tell you, I really like this controller.
It's a fun controller. It's huge.
Yep, it's huge. It's gigantic. When I was younger, I felt like it was too big.
Yeah.
In my hands, and now it's like real comfortable. Like I don't know if anybody out there's used one of these. It's extremely comfortable.
And they're sturdy too. They're like
super sturdy. It's made out of like the most solid plastic. Super. I love it though. It's really nice. Button placement is a little weird, I think, because I'm used to the Type S controller, so I'm not used to the button placement on there where the white and black buttons are. But I did play 007 Agent Under Fire for the Xbox. I want to play through all the Bond games again.
Probably
and so I played that one.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye for Nintendo 64?
Yeah.
It looks better than that, yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't play better than that or anything else better than that, but it looks better than it for sure.
Does anything play better than GoldenEye? I can't remember the last time I had as much fun as when I was like 15 years old playing GoldenEye.
What about Perfect Dark?
I actually have never played it.
Oh my god.
I was like super interested in it when I saw like all the production stuff that when it was in production and that they were going to do the camera thing. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. You could actually be like you're playing with your friends. And then like some major school shootings happen and they're like, we're going to take that out.
Yeah, they sure did.
So,
it's just like GoldenEye.
Yeah.
It's like
that's what I remember.
It's exactly the same except different levels and different enemies and stuff. So it's if you like GoldenEye, you'll like Perfect Dark. But anyway, it does look better than GoldenEye. It does not look better than the GoldenEye remake that came out for Xbox 360 and PS3 though. That's a pretty good looking game. And the Wii. That was also on the Wii. Yeah. GoldenEye Reloaded or whatever it was called.
Something like that. Had a special gold controller.
You would know that because that was on the Wii version. So you're the Wii guy. So I played Agent Under Fire, which I have not played in 20 years, if not more. So Xbox is what, 2005 maybe? Anyway, so I played Agent Under Fire, and it is not long, and it's very basic, but it was super fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I played all the way through from beginning to end. I played the whole game in like 2 days. And there's only I think there's 12 levels, and you probably beat each one in like 10 or 15 minutes. They're not long. So it didn't take me that long, but it was super, super fun. I really enjoyed playing an old school licensed first-person shooter with James Bond.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun, and I played with the Duke. So me and the Duke got together for a little Bond action.
Yeah, I think I mentioned on the show before when I picked up a Xbox and a bunch of games at a thrift store around here, and it came with 4 controllers. 2 were Dukes and 2 were the regular or the smaller ones.
Type S.
Yeah, but like all the games had a little sticker on it that they were from the Microsoft store. So
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool. You still have them?
Yeah, I kept them. I'm like,
anything good, or was it all junk games?
It's mostly junk games. I haven't really looked at it that much.
Are they all Microsoft made games, or are they?
I don't remember. Yeah.
Wow.
I have literally
that went nowhere.
Over a couple thousand games in the house laying around. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I've probably got like 300 or 400 games in my collection, physical games, not downloads.
Yeah.
There's a lot, but not like you. And mine are just on like a little media shelf. I've got like a bookcase shelf full of my physical media. Sitting next to the old boob tube. I guess you don't call it that anymore now that they're LCDs and stuff. No tubes in there anymore. This show is really weird doing it this way.
It is really weird.
Really weird. This was Joe's idea, by the way, to anybody watching. Joe said we should just Zoom it. Because I was going to say I was going to put the show on hiatus for a couple of weeks while the corona works itself out, and which over the last how many months it's really just worked itself out. It's gone now. Oh no,
Working its way up.
That's why we're doing the show on the Zoom. Now I get it. So when I was going to put the show on hiatus for a couple of weeks, and you said, well, we should just Zoom it. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about doing Zoom. And we're into the show now, and I'm still not sure how I feel about doing Zoom.
Well, I think your fire in the background is actually making your camera like refocus a lot. So you're like every once in a while you're just like pulsing.
Yeah, that's because I'm so hot. You know what we should do then? Let's turn it up. There we go.
You're a glutton for punishment.
What's that?
I said you're a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, look how good that looks.
Yeah.
Look how good I look. Don't be jealous.
All right.
Everybody come see how good I look.
Got something else cool, Ninja Turtle-y, that I learned from you again. But my Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Oh, yeah, the Hero Turtles. I don't know, do we talk about that on the show or just in real life?
I know we talked about it a lot in real life because we all were learning about it when you brought it up. But how Michelangelo doesn't have nunchucks?
Yep, no nunchucks for the Hero Turtles because those are like deemed too violent in other countries. And they're called Hero Turtles because the word ninja is inappropriate for children in other countries. Yep. So they're Hero Turtles, like in the UK and stuff, which I discovered many years ago when I bought a copy of Ninja Turtles for Game Boy. It might have been Ninja Turtles 2 for Game Boy. And I got it home. I got it from Toys R Us. And I got it home. I opened it up. It said Hero Turtles on it. It said Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. And I was like, what is that? I don't understand. So I became super obsessed with that. And over time, I learned from the internet, the fire is actually reflecting on the lens of my glasses. I can see the fire behind me in the lens of my glasses right now. So I discovered that they're called Hero Turtles. And actually now they're called Ninja Turtles again in other countries. It's become okay over time, but that was deemed inappropriate and too violent for children. The word ninja. And then nunchucks were
might have had something
too
to do
violent
with the
of a
comic,
weapon.
because the comic was really violent when it first came out.
No, that was the cartoon. I don't believe that the comic was outside of the United States before the cartoon hit.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is, like, that's my thought on it, is just that the other countries, when they're looking into, like, oh, you want to license this here or whatever. And
it was, as a general, not even just relating to that property, the word ninja was deemed is a word you can't use for children, even outside of the Turtles.
That's funny.
Couldn't use that word at all. It was just in children's like literature or television. You just couldn't use that term for children. And I don't remember what it was with nunchucks. They were just, I don't know if they were just deemed too violent for children or something, but there was something where they couldn't use it, so they didn't give Michelangelo
well, it's the same thing in New York.
Grappling hook.
Like nunchucks are illegal in New York, or were, and there was a lawyer that recently said this is like so absurd. Like, why are nunchucks illegal? They're not like any more violent than a knife or a sword, and those aren't illegal. And so he actually brought it to court and had the law.
Well, that's what I was gonna say too with Michelangelo. The nunchucks, you couldn't put them in the cartoon because they were too violent. And actually, if you watch the Hero Turtles beginning, they like edit it so you can't see those nunchucks in the beginning where Michelangelo's got them. They like edit other clips in and stuff so you can't see those parts. But like Leonardo has 2 swords, gigantic swords for cutting people in half. That's okay. Raphael has those sais that are like little daggers with extra little daggers on top of there, and that's fine. Donatello's got this giant wooden staff. All of that it's just fine. Just fine. But those nunchucks, the 2 little pieces of wood attached by a chain or string, whoa. So, but now they do call it Ninja Turtles again now, which is probably confusing to people there that it's got a different name. This fire is warm. But I'm not going to turn it off because I am a professional. Here in my palatious estate, the White Manor. Ooh, that might not be a good name in 2020. Yeah, right now I call it the White Manor.
Yeah.
Whites only. And I mean that people with my last name don't get that twisted, Joseph. means you aren't allowed. But it's got nothing to do with anything other than your last name.
Guess I'm gonna change my last name then.
No Joe Manor.
No. Yeah.
Now you got to change your first name.
Okay. I'll be Baby Yoda White.
I don't know if that's any better.
You know what's really funny is like when before the Mandalorian came out, everyone was people started calling the child Baby Yoda, and like it didn't confuse me, and like I didn't bother looking into it, so I was always just calling it Baby Yoda too. And then so my 12-year-old son knew more about the show than I did, just because he watches so much YouTube and whatever, and people were talking about it, and so I just assumed because everyone was calling it Baby Yoda that the show took place a long, long, long time ago when Yoda was a baby.
Yeah, it does take place a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what it says right at the beginning of the Star Wars. This is.
Yeah. But I mean,
and I don't even know much about the Star Wars. I just know that Captain Kirk was trying to find Spock after he shot him into space, and because he wasn't dead. I'm an expert on the wars that happened in the stars.
Yeah.
They
Your
went
favorite
trucking.
Was the Christmas or the holiday special, right?
That's the one with He-Man and She-Ra, where they work together to help Santa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. Seen that a million times. That's my favorite Star Wars. No, He-Man. I'm Skeletor.
I don't know what to say,
it's
man.
Really getting warm. I don't know. Have we been timing this? I don't know how far into the show we are.
You know what's funny is like I would think like somewhere on the screen it would have like a length of how long the meeting's been going, but I don't see anything.
That's all right. I'm too far away to see it on mine, and it is fun watching you dart your eyes around like you're trying to find it. You're like,
oh man, that's
almost like it was the Brady Bunch.
So my work, out of an abundance of caution is what they call it. They actually have decided to work remotely until July 2021. Till July 2021. There's no chance of us going back into the offices. Yeah. So every meeting I'm in is a Zoom meeting, and you could tell the people that are like engaged in the meeting and the other people that are just doing a million different things, because they're just like you said, looking around. Some people have 2 monitors and they're not even looking at the monitor the whole meeting.
You know what you gotta do? Get a cardboard cutout of yourself and just put it there.
I just actually don't connect video, because like that's another thing too, is like so I had a meeting today that there were 30 some people in the meeting, and the software was having a hard time, and it wasn't Zoom, so we're not going to badmouth Zoom, but whatever.
I don't care. Zoom ain't paying for this show.
Well, Microsoft Teams then.
Zoom doesn't sponsor this show,
so
and neither does Microsoft Teams. So
Microsoft Teams worked like crap today, and so they said they're going to try to do an update, see if it works better. But there were like 30 some people on the meeting, and only a few people were using video, and it was like super choppy, and people kept getting disconnected.
You know what you got to do is you got to get a cardboard cutout of yourself, and right in the middle you put a little motor with one of those things so it looks like it's buffering, the little thing spinning. Just have it spin in front of the cardboard cutout, so you're frozen, but it looks like it's buffering the video. So you're like, but the thing is spinning in front of you, so it's buffering. They're like, Joe's video's out again. He's trying though.
Yeah, I don't think that even does that.
And then you could leave.
Yeah, I just don't connect.
Go somewhere.
You
like go to the movies or go see that new Jackie Chan movie coming out.
Ooh. Oh, did we talk about the new Liam Neeson movie? Is that his name?
No, not on the show. Not on the show.
Okay.
So I had very little in real life too, but
it was okay.
Because when we went and saw The Empty Man, a few weeks ago at the Dipson Theater, which you can catch back in the archives, we did not know that. What's it called? Nonstop or something?
An Honest Thief, I believe.
An Honest Thief. Nonstop is the one where he's on the train, right?
Yeah.
Liam Neeson kills people on a train.
That might be better. I don't know.
An Honest Thief. And that was playing. It was like, we could have went and saw that instead of The Empty Man. But I was glad we saw The Empty Man. It was really good.
Me too.
And you ended up going to see An Honest Thief without me.
I went and saw it with my wife, and we were both disappointed with it.
So many wrong things with what you just said.
Yeah.
This is warm.
But it was funny because you were saying, "Oh, we could go see the Liam Neeson shoots people movie," and
Yeah.
not many people got shot. There wasn't a whole shooting going on. So
I'm glad I didn't see it then.
yeah.
So the Dipson, I don't even know if the Dipson is still open. They may have had to close down. I'm not sure. But the Dipson had, I have the app, and on the app you can pick the day, and it looks like they're only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Uh-huh.
I apologize. I was just looking over there. Somebody walked by here at the Palacios White Manor. You could pick the days. They're only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And next week they had listed the new Jackie Chan movie as playing at the Eastern Hills Mall Theater. It's like, oh, I totally want to go see that. So I checked it again today just to see if they still had times and if they were open. That movie's not listed anymore. Now they're playing The Croods, that cartoon movie about the cavemen with Nicolas Cage. There's a sequel coming out.
Yeah.
They're playing that instead of the new Jackie Chan movie.
They're playing the sequel or they're playing the original?
The sequel.
Oh, okay. That's not as bad. I thought you were saying they're because a lot of theaters have been doing that, like playing old movies because.
They're playing the new Croods movie, which I guess is going to be only in theaters. I'm not real sure why they think that's a great plan, but it's only going to be in theaters. So let's take your family out during the pandemic to see a cartoon, Thanksgiving weekend. So they're now not playing the Jackie Chan movie, the cool action Jackie Chan movie. Instead, they're playing The Croods 2 with Nicolas Cage playing cartoon caveman. Mad. Yeah.